And we're back. It's still
Whoa.
kind of weird trying to get all that done on here without you guys being here. It's a little strange.
I mean, I've kind of gotten used to the quarantine. It's been nice.
Yeah, sometimes I feel bad for saying it, obviously, because there's a lot of bad stuff in that. A lot of places it sucks. Or even we have friends who, different financial situations are worse for everybody. But for me right now, it's kind of like a sick vacation.
Has your life been altered at all by it, Andrew?
No,
It's the
not at
exact
all.
same.
I've been off since January, so like it's not really any new. The only thing is Jess goes grocery shopping the once a week like normal, but it's just a faster grocery shop.
That's fair. Has she had to wait in any sort of lines?
Probably not that I've heard of.
Because I think
Yeah, Meg went to Walmart this morning, and at Walmart you have to wait in a line just to get in because they're only letting so many people in at a time.
Yeah, and how close is the line?
I don't know. She didn't tell me.
More than what?
Probably
6 feet?
Yeah, probably everyone's more than 6 feet away. I would imagine.
You think so?
Yeah, if I had to guess. If not, I'd like to see it.
I'm betting money on it that it isn't.
hey, if
I
it's
bet you
outside
everyone's
of their
like this.
establishment, they probably don't care. They're like, this is not a
Yeah,
liability.
man, everything's
for us.
legal in the Walmart parking lot, so
You
It's
can
true.
park there for the night, I guess.
yeah,
so
you can do anything. You can stab someone there.
I don't think you can.
Doesn't
stab
matter
somebody.
yet.
I
You
still
can.
think that's illegal.
Yeah, nope, that's all good.
Oh
So
boy.
the past week has been normal for you for the most part. You would say.
Yeah. Like nothing's really changed aside from like Animal Crossing. That's it.
See, I've had weeks off in the past. Even my last vacation was only in January or February, actually, so it wasn't even that far away. But it's still a little strange here because Meg's also off the whole time, and I'm getting some bad sleeping habits, but a lot of really good game time, and lots of streaming
fair.
time
That's
and
fair.
time to work on videos and that kind of stuff. Doing lots of baking and lots of cooking is one thing. It's probably the most cooking from home we've done in a long time.
It's actually been, as I said, well, as you said, I feel bad by saying this, but I've been really enjoying it. Like, I'm trying to spread my time out between all of my different hobbies. So I've tried to, like, spend a little bit of time reading, spend a little bit of time watching TV, spend a little bit of time playing video games, and just, like, making sure that I don't get bored with each individual thing. And I think that we're kind of lucky, like, as people who play video games, because I know at least right now I have a huge backlog of games, and having this amount of free time, coupled with the fact that I can't go outside, it's kind of been nice to just like work through things. Like, I don't really have an excuse as to why I can't play these games.
Yeah, I still find it like I've tried to do that too, except for I failed a lot more. One of the reasons I failed is Animal Crossing in the past week. There's not really an end to that game, thus I can't just be like, oh, when I finish this game, I'll go into the next one. But today I did get Spider-Man for PlayStation 4, so I'm going to start playing that, and then Meg got Horizon Zero Dawn, so she's going to start playing that. So whenever I'm playing like Call of Duty or something, she'll play Horizon, and then whenever she's busy watching a movie, I'll play some Spider-Man. But I feel like I've been neglecting anime a little bit. Like, I've only seen pretty much just Haikyuu and My Hero in the past like 2 weeks. I haven't I thought maybe I'd take these days just to crush through old anime. I haven't seen it forever, but I just haven't done it yet. I think I might make a list of dubbed anime I want to rewatch, and then I'll do it while playing Animal Crossing.
That's fair.
What's weird, and I talked to Cam about this briefly, and I don't think I've mentioned it to you, Andrew, but I actually started watching My Hero.
Yeah, he's finished the first
I'm
season.
proud of you.
Yeah, I watched the whole first season within about 2 days. I've been watching. There's a show on HBO called The Outsider that's based on a Stephen King book, and I've been watching like a couple of episodes of that, and then I'll switch to a couple of episodes of My Hero. And I found it a good like palate cleanser, because by the time I'm finished the Outsider episodes, I'm like, I want to watch something that's a little bit more lighthearted, and then vice versa. And I told Cam this earlier, but I think that My Hero might be my favorite anime that I've ever seen, just based on the first season.
What did I tell you like 7 months ago, Phil?
I know. That's why I was waiting to tell you this on the podcast.
I'm proud of you.
It was really good. I do think that there are a couple of filler episodes, at least in the first season. Like,
I think there might be more filler episodes in later seasons.
but
Yeah.
I
But
really,
they're good. I've never complained about a filler episode in this show, though.
it has to be like I have no knowledge of anime, as you both know, but I feel like it has to be influenced by Dragon Ball Z. Like, I feel like kind of like
I'd say more Marvel, to be honest.
the hype and like them powering up and stuff like that did kind of remind me of like Goku going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, that's just been shonens for the past like 10 years.
And kind of the relationship between All Might and Deku.
Deku. Yeah.
Midoriya, Deku, yeah.
Their relationship kind of reminded me of like Gohan and Goku. Like that's
fair.
As far as like their dynamic in a way.
So is All Might your favorite character?
I liked All Might a lot, and what's weird is like his second form, or however you would describe
Like
it.
when he
Skinny
goes like
form?
his
Yeah.
weak form.
That wasn't spoiled for me.
All
so
Might and Small Might.
I wasn't expecting that, and when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, that's actually kind of an interesting thing." Like I felt like they did it very well.
They go
Have
way
they
more.
explained how he does that yet? Or
They explained that he got into a fight with a villain, and then when Deku's
no,
which
how
villain?
he gets big and small. Have they explained how
That's
he does
just
that?
it's just part of One for All apparently.
No, he says that he like when you puff your chest to look
Yeah.
buff.
Yeah, I don't know
He
if they explained
basically
that in
does that
season 1.
with his whole body, and that's how he's.
I remember
that's
I
how
watched
he bulks up.
what was it? What's it called? Film theory video by Matt Pat once about how he thinks that like All Might has an actual quirk when he was born.
Yeah.
It was the one that makes him transform from big to or like skinny to jacked, and then he also got One for All on top, which would make kind of sense because it doesn't really
True.
make sense. You can't just puff your body up like that and become that guy.
I know this is a tangent. What's your favorite teacher character yet?
The okay, I'm really terrible with names, just because.
Tell me their abilities.
Describe their quirk and we'll get them.
So I do like his rival quite a bit.
The guy in my background.
Yeah, with the grenade hands. I think he's really dope.
Look, wait.
The teacher. I know you said non-teacher.
Non-teachers.
Eraserhead.
Yeah, is it
Aizawa.
Yeah.
The guy with the kind of like binding wraps.
Yes. Yeah.
Eraserhead, yeah.
I actually really liked him. He kind of reminds me of like the Snape of the show in a way.
He's kind of Snape-like.
Because
He's
like
nicer than Snape.
because like All Might is more or less like the Dumbledore, where he kind of like believes in Deku, obviously. And then you have his character just be like, no, he's not worthy. He's not good enough. And I kind of, I liken myself to that character. I liken myself to Eraserhead. I think that...
Your favorite character's not Sue, so I hate you.
You want to be the guy who tells people they're not good enough, Phil? Is that what you mean?
Well, I think that his whole demeanor and just like how he's a little bit of an Eeyore character, and I see myself in that.
You are a little bit of a human Eeyore. That's fair.
True.
Yeah, I think the answer Andrew was expecting was Sue the Frog Girl.
I do like... Okay, one thing I don't like about the show, though, is probably the sexualization. The girl...
This is a mild show, bud.
Which
this
one?
Is mild.
At one point, the girl with the kind of large breasts who can create clothing, I can't remember.
Oh,
Zora. When she's like, "Oh, I'll just make another one," and then there's the kid with like the ball,
Grape juice.
the
Grape
balls.
juice.
I was like, is some of his dialogue
He doesn't know any of their superheroes.
His dialogue in English is especially
so cringy.
Yeah.
It's so cringy.
Yeah,
He's like,
pretty much the
eat
only
my
character I
sticky
don't
balls.
like in the show.
Like there's times where like Christy's not a big fan of anime at all, and there were times where I was like watching that, and she was in the other room, and she's like, "What the fuck are you watching?" And I'm like, My Hero Academia.
Oh, just my boy Grape Juice.
She's like, "That's so weird."
Do you know Cam's favorite character?
Is it the grenade guy?
Nope.
No.
Actually, it might not be, but you should know this.
Who do you? It's not my favorite character.
Is it All
but-
Might?
Oh, is it not your favorite character?
No.
Okay.
At least
The-
if I'm thinking who you think it is, it's not. Just because he looks like Winston doesn't make him my favorite.
Think
Sadly,
a little bit more flamboyant.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
the naval laser guy.
Naval laser.
Yeah, that's such a weird power too.
He
I was
just-
kind of like, why
Yeah.
would someone want that? And I don't know if it's just been
I
ruined,
don't think
but
they want it. They're giving it.
like when I saw him, I'm like, this guy reminds me of Sylvando.
With like the feminine.
That's just
attitude.
any highly effeminate character.
Though he's, I guess, yeah, he is kind of effeminate, but he's more just supposed to be like the French kid in like a Japanese school. But yeah, I don't know.
I wasn't too big on him.
No, either was I. He just Devin always thought I'd like him because he looks like Winston.
And I was telling Cam this as well. I think Deku, I don't know why, but he reminds me of Devin. At least from the first
Devin?
season. Yeah.
I think he just means Deku before he gets to power.
Oh, before he's buff.
No,
Gotcha.
that's not what I mean. But I'm gonna take this a little farther away from me.
But yeah, I've been watching those two things. I played Days Gone on the stream, and we're going to do a review of that. I played the Uncharted Lost Legacy, on stream, start to finish, and then now I'm playing through Evil Within 2.
Nice.
I have been making Animal Crossing videos, as obviously you guys have seen, and multiple people have seen. It's actually become our most popular video yet, which is kind of cool. It's just, striking while the iron's hot. Animal Crossing, very popular. Lots of stuff to do. Me, myself, I know for the first week, I watched a lot of guides. Not even on purpose, not stuff I'd search out, just some of the YouTubers I like. They'd come up with guides on certain things. So I said, hey, why don't I try doing this? So the first guide was just a North Hemisphere fishing guide, and that one did pretty well. And right now I'm actually in the process of making the South Hemisphere one that should go up probably later tonight, after the podcast, which will be kind of fun. And then we'll make some more for April and all that kind of stuff. I can see Phil move back and forth because of his foot shake.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. Just made us a little bit of motion sick. Wait, did you start doing it again?
Yeah, a little bit.
No.
Okay. So, other than that, anyone else do anything special this week? Other than all the new content we've been trying to pump out?
No.
I'm just trying to beat as many games in my backlog as I can while I have the time. And
I should play something on my PS4, but honestly, I haven't touched it.
Are you just getting prepared for Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah.
Do you have Warzone downloaded yet?
Absolutely not.
What percentage is that?
My PlayStation's off.
Okay. Why is it off? Well, I mean,
It's up here on my shelf.
you need to download it so we can play local play only Warzone.
I don't need to, but I will.
Listen, you'll enjoy the game.
I think that's another thing that we've been doing quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, we've been playing a bunch of Warzone.
I think I've logged 12 hours in the last week playing Warzone, and I'm pretty surprised by it because, I'm not a big Battle Royale guy. I've played Fortnite, I've played Apex, but for the most part, both of those games I would only play for maybe a week or two at max and then kind of get bored of them. But this game, I don't know why. I think
it's just the gun mechanics.
The shooting mechanics are just so much better. We've also been playing. So me and Cam have been playing quite a bit. We've had
We've played with Dan.
We've played with friend of the channel, Jimmy.
We've played with Matt.
Matt quite a bit.
I played with Ian for a few games once, but not very long.
And we've done all right too. We're averaging a couple of kills each time. And I don't know, maybe it's that I was bad at Fortnite or Apex, but a lot of the time in both of those games, I would just find myself just kind of hiding most of the time and then eventually getting killed and maybe getting a kill once in a while. But in this game, I'm kind of engaging with people a lot more. And we've actually done pretty well in a couple of games. We kind of regularly come at least 30th, 20th.
The one game, Phil, you left, I think, actually. You left before we finished. We came second that game.
No, I was still there.
Okay, were you? Okay. I don't know if you muted yourself or something at that point. But yeah, we came second that. We came second a different game, too. But I finished so many games with 8 kills and stuff like that. It just feels good,
Nice.
It's enjoyable.
Maybe. Like I said,
You liked playing one of the
stuff.
last Call of Duties.
The World War II one, yeah, I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
I was pretty decent, but I'm not in the mood for a shooter. I think
That's
I don't
fair.
know. Persona 5 Royale should be coming out in 2 days here, but I'm not gonna get mine until.
Yeah, you just. I don't
everything
care about
opens up.
shooter. I just think you need to play an online game. You got to play a game
But-
with the boys while we're all stuck at home. Something
Yeah,
for the full channel to stream too.
I guess so.
And what else is Phil going to play? He won't play League or.
It's been kind of
Final Fantasy.
ridiculous, the amount of time that I've put into Warzone so far. I haven't really played it. You guys should know this, but I'm not a big online gamer whatsoever. I've never played any of the games that you guys have really gotten into. It's just because when I get home, I like just playing single player experiences. But for some reason, this time right now, I have quite a few people who want to play it. Everybody's off, and it just seems like the perfect storm for getting back into online gaming.
Yes, indeed. I don't know. I've had a lot of fun with it. I think that if you played it, you'd enjoy it. PUBG a little too slow. Apex way too fast. Fortnite dumb all around. terrible shooting mechanics, building is dumb, all that kind of stuff. Call of Duty plays well. We haven't quite memorized the map yet, and just some small things like that keeping us back from just getting wins 24/7. But soon, I can feel it.
But even what's weird is that Christy actually likes watching us play, because like I'm not like fully into it, but I get pretty into it. Like I definitely will call out when we see people, or we'll move to different locations. Like it's pretty fun for sure.
It's probably our sick voice comms too. I think she said she likes the intensity of like listening to us. She said it sounds like we're in like a real war. We're just like doing all the call outs and stuff like that. It's kind of fun.
Well, we used to play a lot of Destiny, and like it was like that, doing like Trials of Osiris and shit like that.
I've played a lot of PUBG too, so
that's fair.
Like we played lots of that back in the day. Like I think it's my most popular game on Steam. I have over like 350 hours on it.
Have you played much of that, Andrew?
PUBG? Oh, I don't have the attention span to play it. The matches were too slow.
Yeah, you played a little back in the day, but like when it first came out.
Yeah, I think I was the first person to buy it, and then just by the time everyone else got it, I was like, oh yeah.
You're like nope.
I didn't really like it that much either, to be honest with you. It just wasn't really
the gunplay was just trash. The only thing that was fun was driving the vehicles and killing each other.
See, the gunplay I found the gunplay really good compared to all the other ones. Not at the beginning, but once they finally like patched it out a couple times. Because at the beginning,
I stopped playing by then.
Yeah, at the beginning, all the lag and stuff, and like the internet connection was just so bad that you couldn't really do anything anyways. But later it got really good. But yeah, it's a little slow, especially when I went from playing Apex to going back to PUBG. It was so slow. But Call of Duty is right in the middle. Plus, like not being able to parachute anytime is so cool because you can land on huge buildings and parachute off, and I don't know, just got a lot of fun things.
Maybe I'll install it tonight and finish it. Who knows?
I'd give it a shot. At least play for a couple of games and see if it's something that you enjoy, especially if you have like Call of Duties in the past.
Okay, the occasional one, but yeah. Yeah, that's Call of Duty, I guess. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we've been doing is just playing games, watching a little bit of anime. I've been baking a lot, cooking food. It's a weird coronacation, you know? I guess
Outward movie comes out soon to Disney Plus, so I'm going to watch that when it comes out.
Yeah, Onward was really good. Me and Phil saw
Onward,
that.
Whatever it's called.
Me and Phil saw that in theaters. I think it was at least both of our top fives as far as Pixar movie goes.
And it's my favorite movie of the year so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been 3 months, and then the Cineplex is closed, so it's not that close of a competition.
Yeah, and the thing is our coronacation actually just got pushed back like another 2 weeks.
At least. You never know exactly when it's going to go till.
I'm good till June, boys.
I guess. What if you can't even go back in June?
I'm good till July.
Guess we'll have to play it by ear.
Are you missing work, Andrew?
Yeah, a little, yeah, but it's fine. I like not doing work. It's fun too.
Same, but I think no one here's gonna argue with you on that one.
And you at least get to spend time with your son too, which is dope.
Oh yeah, it's pretty sweet. Can't complain there.
I get to spend more time with my pup, so that's always good.
Oh, Phil.
Hey.
So I guess we'll move on to weekly news.
Also, one thing I'm going to mention on the podcast just before we move on to the weekly news. Everyone needs to watch Tiger King.
Oh dear God!
I'll pass.
I watched all of it with Christy. You got to watch it. It's so good.
I don't know if anyone has to watch it.
It's so good.
Once again, Phil, I don't have to do anything.
But it's that good that you should. You should watch it.
I don't think it is.
Have you seen the trailer for it?
No.
You should watch the trailer for it.
It's
I'm okay.
Just out of sheer ridiculous. I can guarantee you the trailer's going to be something you like. It's like the kind of shit you post all day on Hangouts or like you send us tweets of. The most ridiculous shit ever.
It's crazy, and it's like an actual thing that happened. Like, I don't know. It's probably my favorite Netflix thing ever, which is crazy.
It's just like a dude gets out of jail, then buys a bunch of tigers or some shit. And then he gets in this fight with this woman who says that he should let the tigers go or something. And it's like just like your classic dumpster people, but like they're filming them. So
I'm saying you watch the first app, you'll be hooked.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I can guarantee it. You and Jess should watch it.
Okay, let's get on to the news.
Yeah.
The first set of news was Tiger King. Phil thinks it's good. What's the next thing on the news?
Well, I guess I got the
You're
list.
our news
the
guy,
first thing is the Resident Evil 3 demo came out.
I have not played it yet.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, well, the demo I think for both is actually live. I think the beta for the online is on now, but the demo for the Resident Evil 3 came out and with Nemesis in it. It looks fantastic, terrifying, and it looks like they've improved a lot of the stuff from the second game.
Now, is that just PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Xbox?
I think the demo's on Xbox as well. But it's for both systems. I know that, but I don't know if it's an early access demo or I'm pretty sure it's on both.
I heard the demo's only like 30 minutes or so.
The first demo for Resident Evil 2 is only 20 minutes, and that's all you could play.
Yeah.
It would total up. So if you beat the demo in 15 minutes, it would total it up to 20 minutes, and then you were done. You weren't able to play the demo again.
Wow.
You know what demo came out that is not 30 minutes? It's the Bravely
Bravely
Default 2. Have you played that at
That's
all?
in later news there. No, I haven't. I haven't downloaded, but I haven't played it yet.
I started it.
Probably going to play it tonight after
So
this.
one of the videos I put out in the week was just a part. I was just going to be a Bravely Default demo playthrough. I thought it was going to be 30 minutes to maybe an hour of a demo. I don't know how long the demo is still because I did not get very far in an hour because it was also super fucking hard.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
I played the first Bravely Default and destroyed that. But I don't know if it's just where they put you. It's in like a non-real part of the game, right? Like this doesn't happen in the game.
Yeah, they usually do that with the demos.
Yeah, but like I don't know if it's just like they kind of like hop you in, and I know how to play this game and everything like that. But like the enemies you run into are difficult. Like I died in the hour I played through. I did game over 3 or 4 times. I wasn't sure if some of these places I wasn't supposed to fight these enemies, but that was where I was supposed to go for side quests and stuff. And I'm like, why would you make a demo where I have to grind in the demo? That doesn't make any sense. So I kept thinking,
part of the game.
I kept thinking I was messing up, and I was like, no, I think this is just how it is. I think they want me to go and grind in the demo.
Oh boy.
I mean, I downloaded it as well after we did the direct, and I obviously suck at those games to begin with, and I died from like the first set of bosses, and I'm like, or the first set of enemies, and I was like, yo, this game just is not for Phil. It's just not for me.
Fair. That's fair, Phil.
Yeah, there are some games that are turn-based that I still recommended to you because I was like, no, you'll like them. But Bravely Default, I don't know if that's the one. That's very, very classic Final Fantasy. And
That's
I don't
'cause I'm
know
a
if that's the
casual.
stuff. It's true, you are, but there's nothing wrong with that. You just like different types of games. But like, I would never recommend you to go back and play Final Fantasy 1 or Final Fantasy 2
No, absolutely not.
because there's no story, they're difficult, and you wouldn't like them.
Are you still going to
The
play
next-
Resident Evil 3, Andrew?
I'm waiting because me and my brother are going to play it together. So we're going to wait till this nightmare's over, and
until
then
you can no longer self-isolate.
it's not like I hadn't played the game 20 years ago. So like, I'm in no huge rush.
You know how it ends?
I do. Fun fact.
Do you think it's going
I
to be
do know
better
how
or
it ends.
worse than the second one?
Just from what I've seen about the demo, I think it's going to be better. There's a designated dodge button. So like, if you dodge an enemy perfectly, you actually like turn over and zoom and aim right for the head, and you can actually like perfect shot people. So
I've
it's
never
going to
played a
pay
Resident Evil
lots
game,
of
so-
rewards for skill. So it's going to be cool.
See, I really don't understand why people don't love Evil Within as much as the Resident Evil series. Because like playing through them after,
It doesn't have the name.
it's like anyone who actually enjoys the Resident Evil games, except for maybe like 5 and 6, should definitely play Evil Within 1 and 2.
5 was great. You shut your mouth.
I don't mind 5, but it's more of an action game, and I think that there's.
Huh? Did you play 6?
I've never
It
played
is
6.
an action game.
I've never played.
There's a
6.
part where you are flying around in jets,
Sweet.
shooting tankers. Bless you.
Bless your face. Bless you. For some reason, I was waiting for him to finish his sneeze on the screen before I said bless you. Don't know why.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
The next one's a quick one.
Okay.
It's just that obviously Animal Crossing has come out.
Hey,
and
it did.
It is crazy how
I mean,
much
to be
stuff
fair,
there is.
Animal Crossing had come out on our last podcast, but it was a D&D episode, so we didn't
couldn't
really
talk
talk
about
about it. Yeah.
But the fact that the game is also being review bombed on Metacritic is also kind of funny.
Boom, classic.
Don't they always review bomb games that are like exclusives though?
They do that, but they also tend to do it for people. So if IGN gives it a perfect score or like close to a perfect score, like it basically if it's getting reviews, good reviews everywhere, they're like, oh, it must be paid for. We'll review bomb it. That's our job, and then they will review
Oh
bomb
my
it.
god.
This one is slightly justified in the fact that you can only have one island per Switch, not
Yeah.
per account.
I
per
would
Switch.
like for there to be a choice because I don't actually mind the one island per Switch because I think that could be cool in its own sense, but you should get to pick. Because, like, for instance, if you had a family or, like, you had a girlfriend who was both playing and you guys want to share one island, Because you can still have another user come on, make their own house, upgrade their own house in the same way they do, like all the same kind of stuff, and then you can work together, especially, like later when you get to like bridge constructions and stuff like that, how everybody puts in money, and then when the thing's finally fully paid for, then it gets built. If you had like a full family playing on like one island, it'd be kind of cool in a way, but then there are also people that maybe the different users want their own island, so it should have both options.
It's true.
It is kind of messed up because like I thought about picking it up just as something random to do during the quarantine. And I thought it would be a game that Christy might be interested in, but the one island per Switch actually kind of makes me not want to buy it. As bad as it sounds.
It's like it didn't affect me because I have 2 Switches, so
I feel like you and Christy would share an island anyways, Phil.
Yeah, I feel like you wouldn't play it enough. Make her the main account, and then you just play with her.
I mean, I think that if you're paying $90 Canadian for one game, I think the least that they can do is allow people to have as many islands as they'd like. I really feel
honestly probably memory based. It's probably not like their choice. It's probably like the system can't hold 4 islands of like exactly where logs are, exactly like it's probably just memory based as to why you can only have one island.
To me, it actually is almost on par with only being able to have one save point. It's almost on par with that.
Like one save file?
Yeah, I think that that's actually kind of really shitty on their part.
I mean, Pokemon always does that, but you can also then switch users and play another file, at least on that one.
That's what I mean. I think that anyone who has another profile on their Switch should be able to create a different island. Like if I had kids, especially like 2 or 3 kids who all wanted to play the game, it would be really difficult to only have one island.
Yeah, like depending on their age group too, like kids are just like one person's just going to destroy something else, or having one kid who's like the island leader means they can do more than the other kids. It's just, it can get destructive pretty quick.
Yeah, like I said, it doesn't affect me because we're both adults, both playing on separate Switches, so it's not really too bad.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
Yeah, I mean it's not the end of the world, but maybe they'll fix that one day.
This one really only affects Cam. In Final Fantasy XIV.
With their Hatching Tides event?
No, they just announced that you will not be evicted out of your homes in Final Fantasy XIV
after the 30 days,
due to the virus.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
thank God.
Safe.
So multiple things on this real quick in case you guys didn't know. So Final Fantasy XIV has housing. You pay for the housing. It's decently expensive. You have a plot of land that's yours. But if you don't go into that house for 30 days, that house you get like evicted basically. So someone else can have it because you're not playing active. Any money you spent is actually given back to you still. Any housing items are given back to you. You just lost that land though. I actually owned a house for a little while. To own the house, I had to stick outside for I think 10 hours and constantly I set up a macro on my keyboard to just keep hitting accept till eventually the house went for sale, because it doesn't give you an exact time to make it kind of fair for everybody. And then I did actually get evicted from that house like 35 days later because I never used it. So it happened to me, but like some people take this shit super seriously. Like some people mainly play Final Fantasy for like the role play aspect. They have their houses and that kind of stuff. So that's good. It's also the Hatching Tides event in Final Fantasy, so it's the Easter event, which is really nice. One of the mounts now is this like Spriggan, which is like a bunny rabbit that like carries you in like a basket thing. It's actually
nice.
it's actually super creepy. But like if I could find a picture, I will. You can look up the next news thing though. But yeah, that's very good for those people.
So this one's quick. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remaster was possibly leaked in Korea, which wouldn't surprise me as to the popularity of the last Modern Warfare. So
is this not campaign only though, or did they confirm multiplayer?
It didn't say when I read it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just campaign only.
They'll probably couple that with like the Modern Warfare 2 or whatever they're going to come out with this November.
Oh, that'd be my guess. News recently, I think it was even yesterday. Oh yeah, that thing's weird.
Too much of the light blinding in it, and it like holds you. A little creepy.
Yeah. Next Gen is officially not delayed though. It says both companies have said it will be out by the end of the year.
I don't know if I can get on board with this. Like, as a fan, I absolutely do. But I think from a financial standpoint, it's a really foolish thing to do. Just because most people, with how this is hitting everyone, aren't in a place to spend $600 or $700 on a brand new console, Canadian.
Yeah.
And from all of the information that we've received, the launch lineup is kind of minimal. and they're focusing very heavily on just backwards compatibility. So I don't know if
Now, Sony did say that it is the majority of PS4 games that will be backwards compatible. There's a lot of people were really weirded out by that previous one. They did say a majority of them are.
now if they don't have things that are like coming out this year, like I would
PlayStation 5 exclusives kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, you have to have a selling point.
So if they only have things like Godfall or some like shitty Killzone game, then I don't know if this is the right time to do it. I think that especially if this lasts until summer or even a few like past that, I think it's a terrible time to launch a new console.
Yeah, I guess
it's
because
definitely not
a lot of developers right now can't be working on
ideal.
games, right? Like, or at least big developers, big companies, big places can't ship things out. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's being slowed down. They don't really think about it all the time. Like, I'm even just thinking about movies, right? Think about how many like film shoots are going on at any given time through the year, and they can't be doing that because crews are so big. You can't have more than.
There's like 40 people.
Yeah, there's some that are like fucking 700 people, like when they're filming the big movies and stuff like that. So like, how many film shoots are being delayed? How many movies are gonna get delayed? Like, it's crazy when you think about all the super secret stuff. Everyone's just concerned with how much toilet paper they have, and not all the other stuff.
It's ridiculous.
Everyone's cheering about cheap gas prices, not realizing that our dollars just falling down the drain.
Man, if the consoles come out with our dollar like this, I don't even want to see
$1,000, bud.
Yeah, that'd be expensive.
$1,000 with no good exclusives either. Like that's
Whoa,
like a
whoa!
deal to
You
me.
can get NAC 4 or 3 or 6, whatever one they're on.
I'm still saying, and you guys can quote me on this. I still think Ratchet and Clank is going to be a launch title. I think that would
I want Sly Cooper, man.
and that could be an option too.
Last
That
of
could be
Us,
done one in
Last of Us
years.
3.
Oh yeah,
Man, The Last of Us 2 coming out in July or whatever, and then
May.
this one
What a
just shooting
twist.
out afterwards.
Imagine if they made a Last of Us 2 DLC, but it was exclusively on PlayStation 5, not even on the
That'd be
PS4
a
copy
big
you
old
bought.
cucker thing.
I love it.
All right, the last kind of news for this week. Like I said, I didn't look too far into the week, but a new game got announced today.
I don't think
It's
I know
the
about this.
remaster of the first Nier game.
Oh, yes, I did know about this.
Oh okay, I wasn't aware of this.
It is called Nier Replicant version 1.22474487139.
See, I don't think
That's its
I don't
actual
think
name.
BFW Jimmy will be that excited with this though, because this one doesn't have like a Lolita girl. So guess kind
It has
of.
the girl that was voiced by Revy in Black Lagoon. She was cool.
I like who did
Can't
I
remember her
like?
name at all.
I don't remember who I liked. I'm excited that it's the Japanese one though, so we don't
Yeah.
get old man.
I like the old man one though. He's
I know, but you
cool.
can play the old man one on the old Switch. Phil, do you know about this?
No.
The two different versions of Nier, there was a North American or a Western and a Japanese. And the Japanese, you have a classic anime boy. You know, he's got like the platinum hair. He's Kawaii Desu. And then in the North American, because they didn't think it would sell well, he's like a grizzled older man.
He was way cooler as the
He's
grizzled old
pretty
man.
like Geralt. He's basically just Geralt, is all he is.
Well, that's kind of.
But he rides a boar instead of a horse or a roach.
I mean, I might be interested in playing it.
Are you just going to try and find a picture?
Absolutely.
Nier
Guess on the
Automata
cover
is
art.
actually coming to Game Pass.
That's pretty cool. Are you going to play it? Again?
Uh,
do you
Coming
still
to what,
own it?
though?
I do not still own it.
Well, there you go. You said you were thinking about replaying it, right?
I was, and I think if I was going to replay it, it would unfortunately have to be on PlayStation 4 just because I've already replayed, like, I've played the 2 campaigns and haven't played the 3rd one yet. And I really just don't want to play the same campaign like basically 4 times if I started it on Game Pass. But
That's fair.
I think it's dope for the people who haven't touched it to just maybe give it a shot. I'm going to tell some of my friends who have Game Pass to maybe check it out because I think it's a decent game.
Yeah, I agree. I've never played it before. I played the original Nier a while ago,
You should play it, dude.
but I'm thinking now might be the time where I play it.
I'd give it a shot. It's like kind of more up your alley than up my alley.
Well, it's free too. Like that could be if I'm not
That's a
paying
pretty
for
good
it.
reason.
Yeah.
But that's my gaming news for the week. I didn't find anything else too interesting.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Other than the fact there was obviously a Switch Direct Mini.
Yes,
we had
and
a-
that is what the rest of my note is.
Okay, I was gonna say we have a reaction video on that too. So if you want to see us, it's pretty much just obviously we weren't reacting in person, but we have a video much like this where we were reacting to it as we watched it. which was cool.
Now we could do this as a need or not if you want.
As the Switch stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be down. Okay. I wish I had
Okay.
soundboard stuff for need or not. One day.
Well, you can add it in post.
Need or not.
All right. First thing, you ready?
Yeah.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance Expansion Pack 3.
Not neat.
Doctor Doom versus Marvel's First Family.
I'll say that's neat.
I'll say it's good that they're still supporting the game, but like I don't care about it. Phil, you're shaking a little bit.
Sorry.
You're shaking. I will say neat, but it's not for me because I haven't played it. I've heard okay things.
Yeah, it's always good if someone actually continues to support a game, which is nice.
That's where I stand on it. Like, I think that it's super dope. And one of the things that I mentioned on our reaction video is I'm glad that it's getting support where games like Mario Party and other first-party Nintendo games do not get any sort of support. I don't really know anyone who is really playing Ultimate Alliance anymore.
I think Matt did.
Matt did, but he said he beat it in a single day and then immediately traded it back in. So I don't
Sounds
really,
about right.
I don't know anyone who actually has the game anymore to actually care about this DLC. And if the game dropped down to probably like $30, I would pick it up. I always like the Ultimate.
Cool.
I always like the Ultimate Alliance games. I think they're really fun, but not worth $90.
No,
True.
yeah, I don't know. It's cool that they're supporting it, but it's not something I'll probably ever buy because it'll probably never go down to $29.
So, neatish, neat, and also neat.
Okay.
We'll go to the next one. The Ring Fit added an update where you can have a female little talky thing and a rhythm-based game.
Yeah, didn't they also add music from other Nintendo titles? They have like Zelda
They
music and Mario Odyssey music.
And Jump Superstar, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I mean that's once again it's neat for the people that like the Ring Fit, which is a lot of people apparently.
I'm going to
You
say
can't
neat
find
as
it.
well.
Yeah. So I mean that's once again it's still people they're coming up with more content for games they already have. That's good.
Honestly, I'm trying to find one, and it's almost impossible. So
You know what?
'cause it looks fun.
It's like $100, isn't it?
Yeah, but you get the ring, the band, and the game.
I think that's worth it. You know, I think the game actually seems pretty good, and the fact that they're still supporting it, you know, shows that people actually care about it.
Also, they pretty much made that game for fat asses like me. They're like, hey, it's a fitness game, but it's also a turn-based
Yeah, just hold
RPG,
the
so
ring
you
in
should
front of
play
you.
that. And I'm like, oh, sign me up, bud. But
I mean that's cool. That's neat for those people that have that game.
Neat.
Yeah.
Next one. I apologize if I pronounced the name wrong. It's Shin Sekai
Yes, that's
Into the Depths.
that's the underwater deep sea platformer one.
Yeah, I said 2.5 Metroidvania underwater.
It is not neat for its price.
Not neat, I would say.
I remember while we were
$1.
watching it, we're like, "Oh, this could be okay. Like, it looks a little off. Like, but it, like for like $29, it's not bad." But I looked up the price, and it was expensive.
Wasn't it like 39 or 49?
It was more. It was either 49 or 69. It was expensive.
Alrighty, buds, you ready for a
Not
banger
neat.
here? Panzer Dragoon remake launch date, and it's a timed exclusive.
Hey, that seems like a fun game.
I'm still confused.
Not
though.
for me, though.
I was on Game Pass
I'm
the
gonna
other day, and I
say
saw
not.
Panzer Dragoon on Game Pass.
Isn't it on? It
Really?
is on Game Pass. Right?
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. Like with the original, no. But if the remake's a timed exclusive,
I have no idea.
I think like maybe the OG game is on Game Pass, and then this is like a remaster of the OG game.
It is a remake, like it is the Panzer Dragoon remake.
yeah,
So-
I would rather just play Drakengard dragon riding section because that's just all
That's
it looks like
true.
to me.
That is true. So not neat all around.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe neat for those 3 people that care.
Now this isn't in any order. I'm hopping around. But Jedi Knight Academy.
Yeah, that
Came
came out. That came out right now.
Yeah.
Don't you like the last Jedi Knight game?
Yeah, they're all pretty fun.
How much does it cost?
Probably too much.
Probably.
But do you want to hear the best part?
what?
It has online,
Mm-hmm.
and PC players are hopping into the Switch version and just destroying people.
Yeah, classic. That's like anything though. Actually, I haven't noticed that with Warzone. I haven't noticed like a huge difference between PC and console players. But like there was a lot of stuff like even Fortnite when it first came out, when you could crossplay between the 2 platforms, PC players were just
Who the hell
destroying
thought that was a good
consoles.
idea, though?
I don't know.
Let's get PC people in here against the people with Switch. Here we go.
I mean, cross-platform is always a good idea in theory, but it doesn't always work out.
I do think it's kind of cool that like I can, even though I have a PC, a PS4, and an Xbox One, I do think it's cool that for my friends that only have exclusively one of them, I can get them to play.
For most games, yeah. No, it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Good for that game.
I don't know if the Jedi game needs that though.
So is it neat or is it not?
Not.
Yeah, I don't know. Not neat. Didn't
I'm
excite
gonna
me.
say neat, but I don't need to play it again.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how much it costs. I didn't look it up, but probably too much.
Probably. So this is a game for Mr. Cam and me. The Xenoblade Remastered is possibly releasing on May 29th.
Yeah.
I actually want
I
to
say
give it a shot.
possibly because I feel like it'll be delayed.
It could be.
It probably will be.
You'd think they would have mentioned something in there, though. We already know about all this shit by now.
At the beginning of the Direct, they said release dates are not finalized due to COVID-19.
That's fair.
Yeah, exactly. See, so
Do you think-
I'm gonna guess it'll be a little later than that then.
I
not
was honestly expecting like a demo, like a playable demo or something for that. But
I
guess
mean-
people are like, "Hey, it's remastered. If you want a demo, just play the old one."
Go by the.
Yeah.
I saw a picture today, and you know the picture of in Toy Story where Andy gets Buzz and he throws Woody. He's like,
Mhm.
"You're not cool," and like throws him down. And it was like the Switch version of Xenoblade, and it had the 3DS one in the other hand. It's like, "You're not cool anymore."
It's true.
And,
No
like,
one's
threw it
no
down.
one's gonna want
I
that.
love it. But I think that's neat. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's neat. I'm gonna buy it.
The difficult thing I have with it is the release date timing, because I'm going to be picking up The Last of Us 2, and I'm pretty sure that releases the same day.
You know, I'm not gonna be picking up The Last of Us 2.
Do you know what? It'll be delayed, so you can pick it up when it comes out.
Yeah, it's actually the game's actually insensitive
Perfect.
with everything going on. I'm not very comfortable with the
Hey,
game's.
honest,
I meant
premise.
Xenoblade being delayed, not
Oh.
Last of Us.
Well,
honestly though,
Last of Us is still released digital. Like,
it's insensitive content though.
true.
do we really?
Actually, it's a fungus, not a virus.
I don't know. Still, we're all becoming zombies slowly here, so it's still relevant.
Now is
Phil?
if there's a better time, now is the time to release games though. Like so many people are at home bored and they want something to do. Like if they release Final Fantasy a week before, it would just be killing it. Like Animal Crossing is selling so well. And I was asking Cam this earlier. Like, do you think that you're always going to remember your COVID-19 quarantine as Animal Crossing time? Like, do you think Animal Crossing is always going to be tied to COVID-19?
No, because I'll be playing Animal Crossing for a long time.
But I mean, when you first got the game and like your first 30 hours or 50 hours in the game is during a time that's like...
I would have said maybe if it wasn't for the fact there's already so many Animal Crossing games. If this was like a brand new title and it came during all this, when it got a lot of traction.
If this
just
was
because
Breath of the Wild or something like that, then yeah, I would remember it. I'm in the same boat as Cam there. Like,
Okay.
I don't remember what game I was playing during Y2K, Phil.
I mean... But
that was
different.
that was one day.
That's different.
Yeah, I know, but still, like there was Y2K panic for like 3 months.
Man,
What game were you playing during West Nile, Phil? Or SARS or
yo,
H1N1?
this is different though. This is
Last of Us 2.
this
No,
is
okay.
different.
This is different. Obviously, it's affected us way more where we are. It's lasted longer. It could last even
we're-
longer.
All staying away from people.
What's that sound?
That was,
I hear. Oh, I thought I heard something opening.
you did. It was my lip chap.
Now I thought I heard something pouring. That's weird.
Oh, yeah, I also did. The next thing, it was the Pokemon DLC. It
Yeah.
didn't really say anything new aside from the
It said
Power
nothing
of
new.
Legendary.
Yeah, all it said is that how you'll get it is by going to one of the two towers and going through it and all that kind of stuff.
I
So it was honestly pretty useless.
that was not neat. I think that was especially saving that for the end of a direct, the first direct in 6 months, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, it showed
Not good.
Yeah, they should have saved it for another news, but actually said the news instead of something. But we'll go over that. So not neat, everybody?
Yeah, it's
Not-
not neat. I mean, I guess it is
That's
just
a
a Nintendo Direct Mini, so they thought mini news, but like that's not even news. Like you
It was
could you could
literally-
have just
we
put
guessed
that
that was going to be the case.
you could have just put that in the Pokemon channel, like all the other small little things whenever they come out with the new Pokemon games.
Absolutely. The next one is the Bravely Default 2 time and demo release date.
Yeah,
That's neat.
that was neat. But
I
we
We already
thought-
kind of went over it, but
we don't know when the game's coming out though. Still, there was no release date.
no, it said time window though, so it said 2020. So we at least know that's this year.
One of you assumed that it was coming out July. One of you assumed that it was coming out September.
Yeah, I said July originally, And then when they didn't give a release date, I regretted my answer because I feel like if it was
think-
July, they would have given.
I think I said August.
Okay.
August or September. We can go back and figure it out, but it was one of those 2 months that I said.
thought it looked super pretty and kind of reminded me a bit of Octopath. So I was like,
I wonder why.
I'm gonna give this a shot. And then I played through a little bit. The story was kind of cool, and then I got into my first like encounter, and I was like, yo, I just kept getting destroyed.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was. If you haven't played it, Andrew, when you play it was difficult. I think once again it was just because they kind of throw you in the middle of stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, they pretty
I'll
much
play it
force.
tonight.
They only have like the 4 or 5 jobs available, and it's obvious which character goes to which one. So there's not like the fun of the Final Fantasy, like or picking all the jobs and that kind of stuff. But the game itself will probably be very, very good. Just the demo. I mean, nothing crazy special, but looks really good. Voice acting was good. I'm not a big fan of the Irish guy, but I'm sure when I actually play the game, maybe he'll be my favorite. I don't know.
He'll grow on you.
Probably.
Elvis was kind of cringy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But they typically
That
have
sounds great.
they have cringy voice acting in these kind of games a lot, and you just get used to it as you play it.
Who was the one in the first game that was super cringy?
He was the one who turned out to be a bad guy.
No, he wasn't a bad guy.
Ring bell.
Ring a bell?
Something like that. It was very close to that.
Yeah, okay. I think ring a bell sounds right.
He had like a bad guy or a bad twin or something. I don't remember.
All right. I already said it's neat.
I'll say it's neat for the people who want to play it, and I think it's dope that they did a demo that doesn't.
I called the demo though. I called it. In the video we were watching, I was like, "There's a demo. There's got to be a demo,"
Nope,
and then it came out.
Didn't happen. Yeah, his name was Ring a Bell.
It was Ring a Bell?
Yeah.
He was cool. So the next thing, 2K Games announced a boatload of games. They announced XCOM 2, the collection. They announced Borderlands Legendary Collection, and then the not-so-secret Bioshock Collection.
You know what? I'm very happy that they're doing this. I think that it's super dope. I think Borderlands is really grindy and would.
Did they give the official word on which Borderlands games it was?
It's one.
It's Borderlands
2,
1,
and
2, and the
prequel.
pre-sequel.
Okay. Isn't that just the same thing as like the Handsome Jack collection thing?
Handsome
No,
Jack.
the Handsome Jack didn't come with the first one.
That's
Really? Oh.
Yeah, it was just 2 and pre-sequel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think
The only game I kind of want to buy out of it is XCOM, to be honest. I think a tactics game sounds perfect on Switch.
But it's just XCOM 1?
XCOM.
Oh, it's
2.
XCOM 2 with
Okay.
all the DLC.
Okay. Yeah, I never played that much of XCOM. I was tempted because I like Valkyria Chronicles so much. Obviously, one of the things I like about Valkyria Chronicles though is like the the art style and the characters and that kind of stuff, which doesn't have anything to do with XCOM. It's pretty much just
No.
the battle system. But it's still something I'd give a try, and I'd be more likely to give it a try on Switch than something else.
I agree.
I'm gonna probably pick up the Bioshock collection for Switch. Borderlands, as I was saying, I think is a really good game to be on Switch because it's just so grindy. There's so much content. It would be a really good game to just play while I'm watching something, or I just don't want to focus too much attention into. I've never played XCOM before, but I'm glad that there's so much third-party support for the Switch. The only thing that I know is going to happen no matter what is seeing those games at the $79 price point. Like,
Yeah.
And running like shit.
yeah, like Borderlands. I don't know if it was in-game footage or if it was just like a choppy stream that I was watching. Borderlands didn't look that good.
And normally they try and
2K
use,
is awful with their streams. Their Borderlands 3 stream and I think PAX, they were like, it just looked like trash.
and that's when you're supposed to use your best footage too.
Like, I don't know
True.
if that's something that I would want to play on Switch just because of how bad it looks. But for the younger people who might not have a PS4 or an Xbox and only have a Switch,
They shouldn't be playing Borderlands.
There's many other games to play.
but the fact that they'll have the ability to play it, is
Like
kinda
picture
cool.
if you were a guy who would put 8,000 hours into Borderlands, but all you had was a Nintendo Switch.
I'd do it, man. I'd do it.
I mean, the thing is you would have to be attacking like a younger audience because Borderlands 2, when did that come out?
When I still lived in
2009?
Ottawa, so like 8 years ago,
Yeah, dude, like
9 years ago.
we're talking
Oh, 2010.
we're talking 10 years ago. I can remember playing that on PC so long ago, and the fact that it's finally coming to Switch is just kind of weird. And the fact that people might be playing it for the first time is weird. Having it at 79 would just be kind of a slap in the face, even if it has all that content.
Guess what, Phil? It's money grubbing 2K. It'll be 79.
$79.99.
I'll wait for it to drop.
It's not even the Switch tax. It's the I'm 2K and I charge too much.
At least
for my
that
games.
they will all be games that will drop at least.
Stupid
They're not
Randy
like
Pitchfork.
they're not like AAA Nintendo titles that'll stay 79
Yeah.
forever. They'll go down one day to like 39 bucks.
Raunchy Pitchfork. My bad. Raunchy Pitchfork.
Raunchy Pitchfork. That's
Yeah.
season 1 shout out.
Season 1 shout out. The next one. The next Smash character is announced and should be out by
Barely.
June, possibly.
Next Smash character was barely announced.
Yeah. I'm honestly really happy at somebody from ARMS because when they first announced that Splatoon was in it, I'm like, oh, ARMS seems perfect. You could have a long range like fighter character with stretchy arms. Why not? It sounds perfect. It's a new IP. It's a good way to get people to buy, and it's only happening now.
Yeah, they took a long time.
I'm also happy that they're doing that extended full game download. For people
Yeah,
who
like, have you played ARMS before, Phil?
I haven't, but I will say I thought that it was a really cool concept, and it feels like it would be. It sounds like it'd be a very fun game. I just don't want to pay $79 for it.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I have it, and it's fun. Like, it's a good party game to have because it actually does like motion controls and stuff like that, and it works really well.
It seems like a well-designed game, and I would never shit on it. Like, I would never say that it's necessarily a bad game.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like a $79.99 kind of game.
Yeah.
That's true. Honestly, yeah, like 49, 59 would probably.
But
be better,
why didn't they announce which ARMS character? No
they
one in the
probably just
world.
weren't. They probably didn't have the video ready for
I was
it.
gonna say no one in the world cares that much about the ARMS characters to get that mad if it was one over the other.
There's only one character there's two characters I want it to be. Her name, one of them is Twintel. She had like twin spiral hairs. She looked super cool. She punched with her hair. And then there's a goo guy, and he's super cool.
Goo guy. So when do you think is the next Smash character gonna be someone from 1-2 Switch?
There's nobody
Going
in
off
1-2
the
Switch.
timing.
No. But they said by June it should be out. I don't think that's going to be true. I think it's going to be a little later because they said they'll announce it in June, and then it'll come out in June. So I feel like it'll have a video of him showing how to play it, and it'll be like it's out tomorrow or
You know
next
what?
week.
Let them wait. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
It's not the game that's on the top of my list to play at the moment. Plus, I have not bought the new season of characters yet, so I was going to wait till the first one came out.
How many
I bought it?
hours do you both have in Smash?
like and me personally like 4.
100 and something.
Okay.
My brother has over 800 hours in Smash Brothers.
Jesus Christ.
Sam can verify because I'm pretty sure you're friends with him on Switch.
I think am I friends with them? What's the name on Switch?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Maybe I
I'm
am.
pretty sure. Linkman something.
Maybe I could be.
I put like 30
But
hours.
I'll send
into
you a
it.
picture. I'm
I'm
pretty
friends
sure
with
it's
him
like
on
800
Pokemon
hours.
Go. I know that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't
but
have that many.
That's neat for me, but not for you.
What's the community thinking about it though? Because I know the
The
community.
Smash community. To be honest, I haven't seen any backlash or anything like that.
Maybe they all died.
This
Probably
is-
not till we actually see the video on it. Will there be backlash?
This is a classic Nintendo move, though. Like, just textbook Nintendo. Where people are like, oh, it's going to be this obscure character, or it's going to be this fan favorite. And they're like, actually, no, it's going to be this first party Nintendo.
But that's the thing too is there was that
Random
one
character.
guy everyone said was like the really official leak. Like he got all the other.
Reputable one, yeah.
But yeah, he
And
said crash, and it was not crash. So
It was not Crash.
Unless they come
now
out-
that means
what if-
Crash could be later.
no, what if in the next 2 weeks they come up with Crash as a new ARMS character? So then they could put in Crash from ARMS
Genius.
That'd
just
be
to
funny.
get
That'd be
around
good.
it.
That's what it is.
Yes,
That's
obviously.
What it is, Cam.
But yeah,
I still
so
thought
like
it
I
was
said,
going to
neat
be,
for me, that's about it.
I thought it was going to be Tom Brady still. Shout
day.
out to earlier season 2.
The next game, I actually kind of want, but the Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics.
I also kind of want that.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's a shit ton of games.
Like I
How
understand.
much is that going to be? 79?
I think it's 49.
I would
Okay.
I would prefer 49. That's a lot of games though. As I said, I used to play chess all the time. I haven't played chess in years. That'd be kind of just a fun hop on online, play chess. You know, they had like air hockey.
Like chess, shogi, air hockey, like everything.
Yeah, literally
You
everything.
can learn how to play shogi.
They had billiards or pool. They had just backgammon, whatever the hell you play that game.
Yeah,
Just
they have
everything.
the foosball, like foosball tables.
I think there's 51 of the games on there.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's
but
great.
yeah, I'm probably gonna buy that, so I'm gonna say neat.
I hope it's not. I hope it's like a small digital download because that's definitely something I'd want as a digital download on my
Yeah,
Switch.
me too.
So hopefully
That's not a
tiny.
go out to the store
Who
and
the
buy
fuck
physical
would buy
copy.
that physically?
I don't know if it's gonna.
People,
Is it gonna
Phil.
come out physical?
I don't know.
Something?
Probably not now.
I would probably buy. You know what? I would probably buy it.
I would
Like, it'd
probably.
be easy to have buddies over and be like, "Oh, I challenge you to chess," and be like, "Oh, where's your chessboard?" And you'd be like, "Boom, right there.
It's on the internet, Scrum.
It's on the internet, idiot."
Yeah, that's a neat though. I think that was neat. I was excited when I saw that. Not like jump out of my chair excited, but like, yeah, I would buy
No,
that.
it's a
Ooh.
coolie. Next one, Burnout Paradise Remaster.
Phil was
announcement.
excited for this one.
Man, when they announced it, I was like, "Yo, this is sick." They don't have that many like good
Racing games at all.
on Switch.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
man, Burnout games are always fun. I beat
I
Burnout.
want Burnout Revenge, man.
I don't know if we're gonna see that. I don't know if
I
it's
just
like.
want to crash cars and make explosions. I don't care about racing.
I don't know if it's licensing or what's going on, but I know Burnout Paradise always seems to be on sale. It's been remastered, but like Burnout 2 and Burnout 3 just never get any sort of love. And I really love all of the games that Burnout has ever come out with.
Mm-hmm.
Paradise is really sweet, but I think I beat that game like back in 2012. Like, how long has that game been out for?
I can check, but yeah, it's definitely been a while.
Did that have a release date at all?
Not that I saw.
Yo, when that game gets down to $20 on Switch, I'll rebuy it. I don't
How will it
even care.
play? Do you think it'll play good?
Man, it's an old
I think
game.
it'll play slow. It came out in 2008. Its original release date.
Yeah, dude. Like, I played that so long ago. And I think for a game that's 12 years old, I don't know why they don't just come out with a new Burnout game.
EA.
But EA just doesn't... Like, they care about money, but they don't want to put the effort in. If they put out a...
Exactly. They want to make something quick where they can make a quick buck and get a quick buck back.
If they released a skate game tomorrow, it would sell so well. If they released a...
Hey, I'm getting Skatebird, bud.
Like a brand new Skate game or like a remake or a remaster?
Man, if they even
Either.
remastered it, Skate is honestly, that's like the best skateboarding game, even over any of the Tony Hawk games. Like all of the skate games, amazing.
I don't
What
know.
about the newest Tony Hawk?
I played Tony Hawk
Pro
Pro
Skater
Skater
5.
2. I think that's the only one I ever played.
I played whatever one had Boba Fett in it,
I did not play that one.
I've enjoyed
like 2 or 3.
Tony Hawk 2, Underground 2.
I like Thug 2. Thug 2 is fun.
American Wasteland. Like a lot of Tony Hawk games are really, really fun. But I just think the way that Skate did it, amazing. And the fact that they abandoned that is just kind of sad. And I don't think they should do that with Burnout because a lot of people actually really like Burnout as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, man. I can't wait.
So Cam, is it neat or is it
Not
not?
neat. Burnout's dumb.
You would like Burnout Revenge.
I mean, I just hate all racing games.
This one's not a racing game.
It's not
Burnout
about
Revenge is
racing.
literally you would drive your car into traffic and try and make the biggest explosion you could.
I mean, I just do that in GTA.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But
I
it's
guess.
also like really fast. That's
Some
what's
people in
enjoyable
town just
about
do
it.
that in real life.
It's true. Maybe not with explosions, but all right. The next one, it's a game called Fuser.
I don't
Any of
even.
you remember this
I don't
one?
even remember
I don't
seeing
remember
it.
that.
It's the DJ Hero like game
Oh,
done
I
by
don't-
Oh
Pyronics.
yeah, yeah. I didn't care.
It looked cool, but depending on price, there's no peripheral, which is nice.
Yeah, I forgot about that the second it lost. Like it left the screen.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
Not neat.
That's fair.
Not neat.
So we'll do a little lightning round
Lightning
then.
round.
King's Bounty 2.
Neat.
neat.
Neat?
Not for me, but you know what? It seems like a decent
Phil,
game.
do you remember it?
Yeah.
The tactical game?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Tactics Dragon Age looking game.
Yeah,
You know-
it looked neat, but I haven't played the first one, so
Well, I mean, even without playing the
guessing it.
first one, it seems cool. It's just not a game that I will pick up. But I mean, for the people who like those kind of games, that's cool. I'm glad that they're releasing something like that on Switch.
That's fair. I also think it's neat, and I might pick it up depending on its price.
$79.99.
The next one, Ninjala.
Oh, that's the free one that's coming out, right?
That's the free-to-play Splatoon-like ninja
is
game.
it 8 versus 8 or 4 versus 4?
4 versus 4.
No, yes.
I can say with full certainty, I will never play that game. But You know, it looks all right.
Even though it's
Hey,
free?
if you guys are making me play shitty Call of Duty, I'm making you play Ninjala.
But it's free.
I'll give it a couple rounds.
Oh, there you go. You just backed out on your word.
Yeah, you literally.
No, you will never play that game.
Listen, you gotta stay strong to your opinions.
No, I'm saying like I would never go out of my own way of playing that. I would never play it on my own. But
What if it's the next like Call of Duty?
if you guys want me to play it for the channel,
Yeah, what
I
if
would
it's
do
the
it.
next Fortnite?
I would give it a chance. I don't think I would
play it.
enjoy it, but I'll give it a shot.
What if it's the next King's Bounty 2?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say neat.
Yeah, I'll say neat. It was free. If it wasn't free, it would have been garbage.
Yeah, unless it was like $20, I'd pay $20 for that game, but no more than 20.
I thought for a second it could have not been free because Splatoon wasn't free, but
It's true.
I'm surprised they haven't made Splatoon 2 free to play yet.
They've had free to play weekends, but they make too much money off that game, so
Good for them though.
You-
That game looks
you
all
will never.
good.
but they can just
See,
stick to like microtransactions.
They could, but I think it's illegal to do microtransactions in games for kids now, so
God
they will
darn.
Well, good.
not.
I think that's
The next
all right.
one, Catherine Full Body.
It looked like it kind of played kind of shitty.
The game did play shitty.
I
in
know,
the
but
first
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think, I think it's just gonna be the same game on Switch. I don't think it's gonna look any better or anything.
Oh, it won't look any better. The only thing they added was that new character Rin, and there's an extra dungeon, I think.
I wanted Catherine with a Z.
That's what I said.
Zatharin.
No, I said X. I said X. Catherine with an X.
Mm.
Catherine. But yeah, I'll wait till it goes on sale and
I
pick it
bet
up.
you
So
Rin
I'm
will
gonna
be
say neat.
Jimmy's favorite one. Said I bet you Rin will be Jimmy's favorite Catherine.
As I said on the stream, I think that this is a sign of things to come, and I'm gonna say that
Persona 5 is coming to Switch.
100%.
You know, it'd be better if
One day, maybe.
if they started with Persona 4 Golden coming to Switch, or coming.
I would
if they-
actually care more about that.
if they
than
came with a
Persona
combo
5.
pack between Persona 3 and Persona 4 on Switch.
Persona 5 Royale.
Persona 3 FES, and then
Yeah, and then
or
Persona
Portable.
4 Golden.
Portable had the better stuff, but
Yeah,
make
but you couldn't
a
walk
hybrid.
around the towns and stuff though.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
only
I meant make like a
teleportation.
hybrid. Keep the stuff from Portable, but then make it 3.
Yeah, and
We're
then
speaking French
and
to
then
Phil, but that's
and then
fine.
you put Golden with it, and then boom, you're good.
I mean, if they came out with Golden for Switch, I would buy it because I don't own it.
Game's
I
fantastic.
do own it, but I own it on Vita, and I don't even have a Vita anymore. So
I have a PlayStation TV, so I can play my Vita on my TV.
it's true, that does work. I have the PlayStation 2 copy though, so I mean I could play it on there. I had to deal with
But
some of the
you don't
voice
have
acting.
the fun moped.
No, or the really cool opening.
Oh, the cool opening was cool. Okay, I'm saving the best for last.
I'm ready for it. My body's ready.
Your body's ready? What about your potty? Your pod racer.
Oh,
Coming, boys.
wait, this can't be last. There was more stuff than that.
No, that's it, man.
Excuse me, you forgot the now hiring game.
The job game.
Yeah, I
but
did forget
I
that
don't
one.
remember what it was called. It wasn't called Now Hiring because I had to look it up on Switch and it was something different. And it was also too much money. Safety first, something guaranteed, work not from home. I don't know. It had a title and it was a game.
Yeah, it did. But yeah, no, I did forget about that one. That's
It looked
my
like
bad.
kind of fun until I saw the price and it was like too expensive.
I think you said it was 29 or something like that.
It was too expensive. However much
It looked
money.
like overcooked meat.
if it was like $5-10 max,
I'd pay 20. Like 20 is an okay price for me.
I guess it would depend. I'd have to see someone else play it first and see it be good.
It's not for me, so
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I had. So I'll just
Oh,
close this.
and the
you
last we
guys-
didn't talk about the pod racer.
yeah, I don't really give a
I'm
fuck
excited
about
for that
the
game,
pod
man.
Did you
racer.
not play the
that
pod
game is
racing game
great.
for N64, Phil?
No, I never touched that.
That game is fantastic.
That game was
it's like
so
a
good.
Star Wars hidden gem, man. That game's great.
I've always heard good things about it, but I mean, why would I go back and play a game from like the early 2000s that's a pod racer game?
Because it was good.
Was
You're
it
about
that?
to play an RPG that came out in 1996.
Yeah. Boom. Owned.
Or is it
Owned.
97? I think it's 97 now that I think about it.
Either way, owned. Yeah, I don't know. The pod racing game for N64, I played so much of when I was a kid because I was a big Star Wars fan, and N64 was the first system, so it's good. I only had that and like
97. I was 97.
1080 or SSX, whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah.
And then Super Mario 64, and then eventually
fair.
Perfect Dark.
I always liked the Rogue Squadron games, and I really wish they made those. Those games were great.
No.
Yeah, they were.
No.
first two at least. I didn't play the third one.
No.
No?
No, they're not.
But that's all I have.
That's
friends.
the news. Yeah, there's still the chance that we're gonna get a full Switch Direct, but I have a feeling they put the mini here just to try and like dissuade us from wanting it right away.
I mean, I was happy that we finally got a Direct, but I was not in love with the content that we got. It didn't really offer too much to me. I was surprised that we weren't getting more first-party Nintendo titles.
Yeah, honestly, the only things I really cared about were like the Bravely Default, I guess, and then Xenoblade. Like the only two things that really mattered to me in the whole Direct. The other stuff
There
was
were
like,
a couple for me, but
the
not
other stuff
too
was
many
like
more.
small. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, yeah.
I just want Hollow Knight Silk Song. Is that too much to ask for?
That should have been in the
Apparently.
Indie Direct, man. That should have been in the Indie Direct.
When did the new Ori game come out?
February?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. I was just on Game Pass the other day and it was there. And I was like, oh, cool,
Yeah. Apparently it runs like shit right now.
great, perfect.
Yeah.
I've also been seeing a lot of rumors about how like the Xbox Series X is like way more powerful than the PlayStation 5.
I'm not surprised.
Gigahertz wise, I believe it is, but yeah, I'm not surprised.
You guys can quote me on this. I do think I'm gonna get the PS5, probably close to day one, if not day
Pending
one.
price and exclusives and what games are out and all that kind of stuff.
I think that Xbox, like Microsoft, is going to come back this generation. I don't know if they'll win it, but I think they're actually going to do much better than they did this generation. I have a lot of faith in them.
I think they'll be a competitor this generation
Yeah.
instead of being the the shit post
Yeah,
on
because
the
we already
floor. Being
we
like,
already
hey
know
guys,
who's gonna
we're here.
win. Like we already know who's gonna
Still
win
play
the
games.
system war. Google Stadia.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I guarantee. I think Stadia is done in 2 years.
2 years. I'm giving it to the end of this year.
What if the coronavirus stuff is helping it out? What if someone doesn't own a system and they can't go get one for some reason, and they're like, yeah, I guess I'll just buy this Google Stadia.
Hey, did you know that you need a Pixel phone in order to actually manage the shop?
Nothing wrong with that. I got a Pixel phone.
If you do not have a Pixel phone, you can't manage the shop.
Everyone should have a Pixel phone.
Both of you actually have Pixel.
Perfect.
phones.
Yeah, everyone
We
should.
do, but they're nice phones. It's just when you don't crack the screen on them, they're really nice.
Do you know like the Google, like in the States, Google has like phone plans too that are also like really good?
Yeah.
Really? That doesn't surprise me. Google's Skynet, so it's fine.
Is it Google Sky? There's so many things that could be Skynet these days.
Google.
Could be many other things. Fucking
Oh,
Disney.
I just lost Cam.
I'm still
Hi,
here.
Cam. The video's not there anymore.
Oh, well, that's
there
o-
you are.
Oh, hey. That's
Hey,
okay.
hi.
I think we're pretty much done anyways. This is a shorter podcast, mainly because like there hasn't been that much stuff in the week, right? Like the world's kind of shut down. We're kind of shut in. Other than us just playing games and stuff like that, there's nothing crazy for news, but we're coming up with a lot of different content. So even though our podcast might not be as long or as many crazy things, there's
Yeah, we're
streams
trying to
all the
balance
time.
everything out.
It's nice
Yeah.
to still do it though. Like, I was kind of hesitant with doing any sort of podcast while this was going on, but I feel like it's working out all right.
It's fine. It's better just to come
Content's
out
better
with
than
stuff
no
anyways.
content.
Yeah, it's better just to come out with something. Plus, it's another reason to give us a chance to video chat and stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta see people, which is kind of nice. So I guess that's it. You guys got anything to say before we go? Any last
Nah.
remarks? Shoot for the
I
sky.
think that the Gungeon's pretty fun.
You
That's,
know, aim for the stars
need
and
to
land
play
on the
it.
moon or something. Whatever.
good.
Exit the gungeon.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly. That was Michael Scott who said that.
I'm pretty sure that was Wayne Gretzky, but that's fine.
Okay. Well, once again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Tune in for
Bye,
next
everyone.
week's episode and keep an eye on our YouTube channel. We got streams. There's Animal Crossing videos. There's all sorts of stuff. Maybe some game reviews in the future. So keep an eye out. Thanks for listening.
And Instagram.
And Instagram at local play only. There are posts up there sometimes. And that's just a good way to figure out if we did anything new in the past week. So thanks, guys.
True.
Have a good night. Take it easy.
Stay tuned for our next episode, Local Play Only.